All right, Robert Drury back again, and we are going to continue with our gameplay, hopefully playing the Hippo. And let's get a game started. All right, we got a 2010. I'm playing the black pieces. I'm rated 2030. E4, G6. Okay, it's interesting. He's taking a little time. Then he goes with F4. Okay, Bishop G2. D D4 is met with D6. Always curious to where he's going to put his light squared bishop. If he puts it on the D3 square, then we have to keep our bishop at home on C8 for the moment, but he's just going for a big pawn center. Okay, he'd put it where we thought he might. Okay, I always like this move just to keep the knight out, because eventually we're going to push and we don't want the knight hopping in to H5 and harassing our E6 pawn if we push. All right, let's go ahead and push. We'll get this off the board. Get this in, get it right there. We'll get it on the board and get the position clarified somewhat. I don't anticipate him to lock it down. Okay. Yeah, we're just waiting. Our opponent is taking his time in this particular opening. Usually it's the other way around. They're flying through the first few moves, and I'm the one getting myself in time trouble. All right. If he takes, I'm probably going to take with the knight, because then that'll give me two attackers on that pawn right there. I don't know what he's going to do. In the past, I've been hitting it. Okay. Okay. Let's just go ahead and castle. If he takes now, I'll take with the pawn. He did not do either one. Okay. Now do I push? Do I push? Get some trades going? Nah, he's still. That's good. Let's protect for a moment then. And then if he takes here, we can hit him with the check before we take back. If he doesn't take, holy moly, he is wanting. Okay. Let's get our bishop into the game. If he gives me one more move, I'm considering taking there and trying to open it up, because if he opens it up over here, his king is exposed. A little bit more than my king's exposed. I'm not 100% sure which route this player will go. He's definitely thinking about it. Oh, and he says we're getting them out of there. All right, we'll take. Okay, we can hit him with the check. He's just going to block. Okay, what do we do? Okay, what do we do? He's vacating. He's trying to get us. All right, let's see if we can double some pieces here and try to get pressure on him before he gets pressure on us. Technically, I could have just swung my. I could swing my knight out of the game, and I would have had an attack on his knight. I don't know why I lost that thought process, because I had it down just a minute ago. Well. All right, let's. We've got the file right now, and I've still got 1, 2, 3 defenders of this pawn. He's got 1, 2, 3 attackers, so I'm still good there. Okay. All right. If he wants to trade, we will trade. If he puts this piece right there. If he puts it right there, we can always take. He takes, we take. If he doesn't do that, if he doesn't play there, we could. Okay. If he doesn't play there, we can put a knight here. Okay, let's put a knight there. I don't see him. Okay, if he moves his queen. Okay. All right, so I take the knight. Take the knight. Let's take the knight. Let's take the knight. Okay. Take the knight. Oh. He's got that. He's got that. Okay. I don't like this square being available for his piece. All right. I don't know about that particular move, but I was afraid of the knight coming in here. I'm trying to keep his pieces out of my position. Saw that coming. All right. Let's move in here. I need to get rid of this piece some way. I need to get rid of that piece. And maybe that's the method. Okay, now what? Yeah, we saw that coming. He's got this coming. Won't do him any good. All right, let's see if I can get some pieces off the board. I like the fact I got the two bishops if I can get rid of the rooks and the queen. The reason I played the e8 move is to keep his queen out of the h5 square. And if he trades, that just helps me because I just get the rooks off the board. And if he doesn't trade these rooks, I'm going to trade the rook, or opportunity to double the rook if he moves this rook away. Regardless of what. Okay. All right. Okay. I got the file. Queen comes here as a double attack. He can block. But he did not do any of that. He moved his piece away, and now he's in deep trouble because I've got an attack going here. Not in deep trouble. He just back it out. Just back it out. I can slide this way. Come up the board. He needs to push. He needs to push there and keep me out. He doesn't. Oh, no, 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 no. What are you doing? You think you're going to checkmate me? You think you're going to checkmate me? All right. Push him out. If he comes here, I just take. He's going to take with the rook. Oh. He's going to get himself in a little bit of a time trouble. Okay. Well. All right, let's trade off. I'm coming down here. And he doesn't have to vacate. He just keeps on with the nonsense. Oh, he keeps on with the nonsense. He's on with the nonsense. Okay. Push up the board. Push up the board. Doesn't matter. He comes back here. I'm down. Okay, I'm getting ready to get this damn rook out of my position. Okay. Not worried. Comes in with the check. Oh my gracious, he's making it rough. He's got 5 seconds. Let's see what I have here. White. Push. He takes that thing. No, can't do that. All right, let's keep his pawns. Okay, he's gone now. He's gone. Okay, let's take a look at this. This was a game that he got in time trouble, basically won on time, but what did our evaluation look like? Okay, E4. G6, F. He spent a little time on this move, wondering what to do. Apparently I can just go ahead and go D5 immediately, and he's either got to take or push, and it just negates this whole issue over here. Instead, I protected with E6, which it's not a bad move either. He goes knight to F3. Let's see, bishop G7, and he goes D4. Okay, and once again, I can always push and get rid of I can make him push or trade out. And anytime they hit you with this setup, that's not a bad strategy, because you're just immediately weakening their pawns across the front where they make a concession already. Okay, I go D6, and he goes for the massive pawn center, and I just continue with my Hippo. Computer really liked White's position before that move. That move gave it a little bit away. And once again, F5. It says hit with F5. I played another Hippo-ish move, B6, preparing to maybe push right there. Okay, and he castles, and I play this move quite often. I don't like the knight's ability to jump into G5. Now, the computer does not, or the engine doesn't have it as one of the top moves. It doesn't think it's necessary just yet. But regardless, I played it, and it gives White a solid advantage. They just continue with their development, and now I go F5. Let's see, let's back up a second. My top choices are C5 is a plus 1.07 for White. F5 is a plus 1.11. So there's not a whole lot of difference. Computer just likes White. And the reason the computer likes White is because it's got space. It's got these 4 pawns, and it's got a lot more space than Black. As in the Hippo, it can be quite deceiving because we always have the ability to push pawns up, and excuse me, sometimes we have a cramped position, but it doesn't seem to really hurt like it would in maybe some other openings. Okay, he goes knight to H4, which gives us a lot away. Computer likes bishop takes pawn simply because it was free. Oh my gracious, I miss these pawn moves over and over where I just capture a pawn. All right, didn't do it, and gave him an opportunity. Computer or engine is D takes E5. I did not. I wanted to protect this pawn first. And he threw another pawn down the board at me. I got my bishop out, so now it's getting to be a true looking Hippo, and he starts to run. He goes wrong here. He starts to run because his king is getting in the center of the board, and it allows me to just take. He takes back. F takes G4. One of the things you got to pay attention is my rook's lined up. So F takes G4. If his queen takes back, I could just win this pawn because he cannot take back. But that was not played. Instead, I played my queen up to D7. Game is virtually even at this point. His bishop D3. And here's where I've doubled up. The F takes G4 was still on the table that you can play it, simply because of the pin on the F4 pawn. Okay, I've got the file. We're seesawing back and forth. Queen d8 is the best move. I play the knight up. And he doesn't trade out. He doesn't want to trade out. My knight comes to d4, queen d3. So right here, it's minus 0.93 in minus 0.95 in black's favor. If I find f takes g, instead my knight takes. We're kind of trading down, and this was a tempo move here. I was so worried about this knight hopping in and targeting my c7 and my a7 pawn at the same time. So I played the move a6. It's not. I'm still got a very, very slight edge, but that was not the best move because, you know, the rook's coming to d1. I knew that when I played it, they would come there. Queen to c, c6. Black's still winning. Now he takes. All right, I take with the knight simply because if he takes back with the knight, then, you know, I can take the rook. He takes the rook, and then I can always take the knight back. But this queen bishop comes active down this if I can get this knight off the board. Okay, he takes. I take back. I don't take the rook right off. He's trying to come down the board himself. My queen comes back to protect the h5 square. His king, he's still trying to get his king out of the way. I take now. He takes with the knight. Rook to d8, and he moves this queen over, which allows this square to become available for my queen. Which is the second best choice. He goes knight to c3. He's got to keep an eye on this square now, and he's got to save this. Okay, I played my knight. I was planning on playing here, but he doesn't give me an opportunity to do that. He just comes here. So now I've got to protect. All right, so how do I protect? I can bring my queen right here. Queen to f7, and everything is protected. He runs his pawn up the board. Now my bishop comes out to pin him. He's continuing to run his pawn up the board. Right here, rook to d3 was a better move. What did I play? I played my bishop back. Queen g6, and now we are in an even endgame. Which I got the two bishops. Had the two bishops, traded off, and I'm trying to get rid of. I got to get this rook out of the position. Black is just winning at this point, or white is just winning at this point. Knight to d5. Knight to d5 was the move because if I take, he takes. Knight to d5 is just winning. But he's in time trouble. He does not find knight to d5, and my bishop can now escape. He brings this rook over. I take the pawn. Now I'm up a pawn, but he's got knight to d4. And I've got to defend. Now he's got knight to c6. I come over, and knight d8 would have been good. Would have been good because if I take, he's taken here. So he's in my position. He's winning. doesn't find any of those moves. And at this point, I start pushing my pawn. He's bringing this knight back around. I'm protecting. He's attacking again. I drop back to e7 or e8 this time. His king's coming over to get to eye my pawn. And I come up to h8 to protect it. Okay, now I'm trying to get this rook off the board. I got the rook off the board. He's out of my position. Thank goodness. He's worried about the pawn. And right now we're even. And he blunders. It's just, he's in such time trouble. And the game's over at that time. He runs out of time. Not a clean win at all. It's, he got in time trouble. I won. I suppose it makes up for some of the ones that I lost when I was in time trouble. But there was opportunities in the game. The Hippo held up well. It's just have to find those moments during the game. With that said, I'm up to 2038, and I will see you later.